slow Sunday reset. It's been a really, really difficult week. My reading journal. This is the perfect solution. Hey bestie, welcome back to another video. As you can see from the title, today we're going to be doing a nice slow Sunday reset. I am not going to lie to you, I've had a really tough week. I'll just tell you what happened because I may not be 100% myself in this video. I don't want to cry. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to our family dog, Hero. And yeah, I am absolutely devastated. It's been a really, really difficult week. I've kind of just been spending the week trying to keep myself as busy as possible and spending lots of time with my friends and my family. I am solo today. Alex is with some friends, so I thought it would be a really nice thing for me to just do the flat reset, just try and start next week in a better headspace. And yeah, a reset always makes me feel better. So we're going to be taking it super slow today. We're going to be doing it a nice and chilled version. On the agenda, I need to do a flat clean. I did actually change the bed sheets last night to save myself a job for today, so that's really done, which is good. And then after that, I think I want to update my reading journal. So I've been using a digital reading journal that I created for myself on Notion, and I've basically barely touched it. So I would like to update that. And then I literally just want to read. I want to have a really cozy day and just try and relax as much as possible to start next week feeling as good as I can in this situation. Let's get straight into it, I think, today. Let's go make ourselves a nice coffee, and then we're going to start with the flat reset because that always makes me feel good. Having a nice clean flat, it's just the best feeling. Got myself a coffee. I had to use a sachet because I ran out of milk and I need milk with my coffee. So I've got a sachet. I'll pop down to Tesco's in a little bit because after I've done the clean, I want to make myself a nice breakfast of avocado on toast. So I'll get the milk then. It's going to have to be a sachet for now, but we're going to start the clean. I'm going to start by putting on a wash, I think. And while I clean, I'm going to listen to my audiobook. So I'm still listening to Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I am about 69% through the book. I am actually really enjoying it now. At first I thought it was a little bit slow, but I do think it has started to pick up a little bit. And again, we've got that kind of dual timeline. So there's like something big that happens at the beginning of the book, and then you go back in time and you work your way up to what happened. And I really like that because I like seeing how we got there. I think it's kind of like you embark on the journey with the characters, and then you see like what happened, and then it's kind of like really emotional because you know what's happened and you get to know the characters that it happened to. And it's a bit like, oh, you kind of forget that something happens. So I am really enjoying it. So I'm going to listen to this while I clean. I'm not going to use headphones. I'm just going to play it out loud because it's just me, so it doesn't matter.
It was a balmy September night at 6 o'clock in the evening on a Monday. Vanessa...
Cleaning is done. I feel so much better now that that's kind of out of the way and done. It's still so early, it's only 10 a.m. I'm going to pop some clothes on because I am still in my pajamas. I told you we were taking it slow and chill today, and that means staying in your pajamas for as long as possible. So I'm going to get dressed. I think I'm just going to wear jeans and the jumper, and then I'll just change into leggings or joggers or something when I get home because I want to be comfy for the whole day. But I am going to go to Tesco quickly, get something to eat. And then I'm going to go for a walk with my mum. I'm going to call her and we'll go for walks because we don't live in the same city. So we just call each other and go for a walk. So I'll do that. So I'll put a nice outfit on for that, and then I will just get changed and be comfy for the rest of the day. got my breakfast. I've got some avocado on toast, and then I've also cut up some strawberries as well to have. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of reading before my mum calls me. I think she's calling me at 11 and it's 10:36. So I have just under half an hour to do a little bit of reading. So my current read is Broken Dove, which is the second book in, I don't know what the series is called, but it's the second book to Silver Elite. And I don't know if it's because obviously this week has been a really terrible week and I haven't really been able to concentrate too much on reading, but I'm not enjoying this book as much as the first book. I don't know. I think it could be a me problem personally. I'll see what the girls think because there is a couple of us that are reading it together. They're a little bit behind me though, so I'll have to see what they think. But yeah, I don't know if it's a me problem or if it's just, it isn't hitting the same, I don't think. So I'm 85% of the way through the book and it says I have an hour and a half left to read. So I would really like to finish this book today and then we can start our new book, which will be the book club book of the month. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast and then do some reading at the same time. That's my favourite way to eat breakfast, is reading at the same time. I'm back from my walk. It was really nice to get outside and have a little bit of sunshine on my face. But now that I'm home, I want to lock in and finish Broken Dove. So let's see how long I've actually got left. I want to just sit here and not get up until I'm finished. It says I've got an hour and 12 minutes. So I'm literally just gonna lock in right now, get this book finished, and then we can start our second book of this vlog. I've also got myself one of these poppy drinks because they've been on offer in Tesco. This is the wild berry flavour. So far, I think my favourite is either the orange or the, what's it called? The raspberry one? It's raspberry and lemon, I think. I'm not 100% sure. This one's nice, but it tastes really fake. So I actually prefer the other ones. We've got to a point in the story where like, there's big stuff happening. You know, at the end of a fantasy book where there's like a lot of action happening, that's what's happening right now. So I'm intrigued to see how this ends. And we are done with Broken Dove. That took me ages, way longer than an hour, because I ended up having a little nap and then, yeah, I don't know. With this book, I just really struggled with it. I don't know if it's a me thing. I've just read a couple of reviews and there are a few other people who were also slightly frustrated with this book, so I'm not sure it was just a me thing. The main issue I have with this is that I don't feel like the plot has really moved on. We're still sitting almost in the same place that we were at the end of book one. I don't really feel like there's been much plot progression, and I don't feel like there was a lot of progression in the relationship side either. I'm not going to say much because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't read it yet, but yeah, I feel a little bit disappointed with this, I'm not going to lie. I just don't feel like the plot's really moved. I feel a lot has happened, a lot of stuff went down, but I don't think that it really moved the story on. I think it did a little bit, but not much. So I don't know. I think my rating for this will be 3 stars, which is such a shame because book one was 5 stars. I was absolutely obsessed. I loved that from literally page 1. Whereas I do think this was a little bit of a letdown for me. But like I said, it could also just be a me problem. I've had a very awful week, a very draining week. I'm not probably in the best headspace to be reading a book I really wanted to enjoy. So it could just be me. I don't know. But I think now it is time to pick up book number 2, which is going to be our book club book of the month. Let me go grab it. So book club book of the month is Frederick Backman's My Friends. I've heard this is really emotional. So I don't know if this is really the time for me to be reading it, but I'm going to do it anyway because I need to read it. It's like mid-May. I know a couple of the girls have started reading it, so I really want to read with them, read with the girls. If you want to join my book club, by the way, there's always a link in my description box. It's on Fable, it's free. This is what it looks like. I'll put a little picture up so you can find it. But yeah, feel free to join us. We read a mix of genres, to be fair. We do a lot of fantasy, but we also do a little bit of everything else as well. This is the bookmark I'm going to use. This is the one from Fleurs on Sunday, which she sent me, so love, and I chose it because blue and blue. No other reason. Just don't know if you can tell, but I'm so tired. I need to make some water. I think I might be dehydrated. I'm going to grab myself a drink and then we're going to read this. This is going to be the book. Okay, one chapter in, and I think right now I'm just going to put the book down and not attempt to read because I don't think I'm really in the mood to read right now. I just feel really tired and I can't have a nap because it's 2:30. And if I sleep now, I won't be able to sleep tonight, and then I won't be able to get up for my 4:40 alarm, which I have tomorrow because I'm working. So I think that we should go through my Notion tracker, my book tracker, and try my reading journal. That's the word I was looking for. I think now would be a good time to update that. I'm actually a bit nervous because I haven't touched it for so long and I don't know how bad it is, but I think it's bad. I think it's been a few months. Let me get my laptop. Okay, so here is my reading journal. I am going to record my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Let me just remember how to do that. This is my current reading journal, and I have my February, January TBR and my March TBR, it looks like, but I haven't made it look nice. So let's just make that look nice before we do anything because I can't cope with that. It's disgusting. So what I'm thinking we should do is go through my monthly TBRs and add them here, because I haven't updated it for a while. And then I also need to go through and see if I actually read the books that I said I was going to read. So I'll be using my Fable to do that. I've got my Fable on my phone so I can go through and check my finished lists and see what I read. So let's scroll all the way back to February because January is fine. That's all updated. So those ones are ticked off. Alchemy of Secrets, that was on there. So I can tick that one off. Bride, I read that too. The Night in the Moth, I actually read that in March. Okay, so this is it from the ones that I read. I think I actually DNF'd Babel, but I think I did read that in February, but I didn't like it. So that was a DNF. So we can just cross that out, I think. Strike through it. Okay, so that's that updated. And then let's go through March then and see what I read. Riftborn, I read that. That was so good. The writing style wasn't amazing, but I remember really enjoying it. And then when I went to go and read the second book in the story, they'd like got rid of them all because I think they were making them traditionally published. So then all of the books were just gone and I couldn't read the second one and I was really annoyed about that. And I don't think I can even read it. I think it's still like not coming out till July. So I've still got quite a while. Now I need to go through my YouTube videos and have a look and see what was on my April TBR, and then I'll add my April TBR on here, and then I can tick off the ones that I read. So let's go into my YouTube. I honestly just use my YouTube videos to like remember what books I had on my monthly TBRs. Okay, so we had, let's copy that. Oh, let me show you actually, in case you don't know how to do this, I will show you how I do it. So to make one of these like little boxes, I press the like menu button and then I just go to call out and then it adds like a box there. And then if you press that button again, you can change the background. And I'm going to make the background pink this time because that's my birthday month. And then I'm going to add a tulip as the image because I like tulips. So April TBR then, and then I literally just add in my text and I can add in a little. So then to add the tick box, you click the plus and then you just scroll down until you find to-do list. And then that's how I do it. Hello, sorry, my memory card ran out of storage and I didn't realise, so I have absolutely no idea where we left off in that last clip. But I've added my April and my May TBR and I've ticked off the books that I have read. So I'm in a really good place actually for my May TBR. I literally only have 2 books left on the list, and one of them is my current read. So I'm in such a great place, which is a really nice feeling. So I've done that. So I think now the bit that's going to take the longest is actually doing my physical and Kindle TBR. So let me just add the screen recording here. On the side here is my little navigation, and in the physical and Kindle TBR, this is where I have all of the books that are currently sitting on my TBR. So there's actually quite a few here, but I will have read some because I haven't updated this for ages. So what I think we need to do is move into the bedroom so I can use my TBR cart and we can tick things off as we go. Right, I've made it into the bedroom. Oh, I thought I'd just sit on the floor. Hang on, you're too high. This is my current TBR, but I don't know how the easiest or what the easiest way is going to be to do this because I have a lot of books on here. The other thing that I forgot to mention as well is there's new books on here that won't be on here as well. So what I think I might do first is just go through the list and take off the ones that I have read or move them into my read folder. And then what I will do after is I will go through the books on here and just search, make sure that they're on the tracker, because I don't think all of them are. Like, I know for a fact this one isn't. These definitely aren't, because I picked them up recently. So I don't even think like the ones from my May TBR are even on there. So we've got a lot of work to do this afternoon. I think what's going to be quite interesting after is to see how many books I still have on my TBR, because there's probably some on my Kindle as well. I just realised as well, the other thing that I need to update is my series that I'm in the middle of tracker, because there's going to be quite a few of those as well. Okay, so my physical and Kindle TBR section is now updated, and I have a total of 53 books on my physical and Kindle TBR. So that's not too bad. I feel like it could be worse. But yeah, it's probably not great. I do need to start getting through that. But it's so difficult because you'll read a book from your TBR and then you'll buy another one. So then the number never really goes down. Actually, in the middle of so many series right now. Like, look at the state of this. There's actually so many. That's really hot, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, City of Smoke and Brimstone, I read that. That was so good. So I can tick that one up. Okay, if my calculation is correct, I'm in the middle of 20 book series, which is disgusting. I actually feel overwhelmed. If you want me to go through my entire reading journal, by the way, please let me know, and I will do a separate video on it, because there's loads of different sections on here. I'm back in my pajamas. I just had a shower. I was starting to feel a little bit emotional because I did a little Instagram post, just like a carousel, like a self-care night. But in the caption, I just sort of mentioned about Hero, and I just started to feel really emotional. I'm not the type of person that really talks about my personal life too much on socials. Sometimes I just feel like it's a bit too personal, but I haven't been posting at all for a week. I don't know, it just felt right to acknowledge it before I continued posting as normal. But I don't think I'll be posting as normal anytime soon. I'm going to try and start posting a little bit more again, because that helps me to feel normal. Do you know what I mean? And it just made me feel really emotional, and I think like it's really hard. Like, and I'm not, obviously I didn't live with Hero. I haven't lived with Hero for a little while, but he was such a big part of my life, and I think about him all of the time anyway. But now it's worse because I know he's gone. I don't really want to talk about it because I'm going to get myself upset, but I don't want to continue reading My Friends right now, just because I think it's a bit slow. I've read 2 chapters and I'm like, I don't get what this book is going to be about. It's not immediately jumping out at me. And I just think right now I don't have the headspace to sit and figure out what a book is about. So what I'm thinking is to have a little look on Kindle Unlimited and see if there's a thriller, because I know with thrillers, they can take you out of reality completely. But do you know what I mean? Like with a thriller, you're always like, oh my God, what's happening? Like, it's the suspense. It makes you immersed into the book. And I think I need that right now. I could read Anatomy of an Alibi, which I have here, which is a big chunk. Well, it's not a big hardback, but it's a hardback. So I could read that one. But I might also just consult TikTok and see if there's any like really, really good thrillers that people can recommend that I can just get my teeth sunk into. Ideally on Kindle Unlimited, because I don't want to be spending money on books right now. So let me have a look on TikTok, see if I can find a book on Kindle Unlimited to read, and I will come back to you. Okay, so what's her name? Francesca something on TikTok. I'll put a little picture on the screen. She recommended an author called John Mars. I've never read any of his books before, but she said in her video that you should start with What Lies Between Us, and it's like a psychological suspense. And within this book, we have 2 characters, Nina and Maggie, and they live together. Every other night they have dinner together, and when they're finished, Nina helps Maggie back to her room in the attic into the heavy chain that keeps her there, because Maggie has done things to Nina that can't ever be forgiven, and now she's paying the price. So I feel like that could be quite a good one. It's 383 pages, so it's not too long. I'm going to download it right now, and we're going to read it together this evening. I'm actually going to go and put my dinner on because I haven't eaten dinner yet. So yeah, that is the plan for this evening. I feel good now. I've got in my pajamas and I'm cozy. I do just love reading. I think it doesn't matter what is going on in your life. If you pick up a book, you can escape into another world for a little while, and it does just really help. So yeah, let's settle in. Okay, so I'm 3 chapters in so far and I'm enjoying it. There's already a few questions that I'm asking that I'm like, well, why is that happening? Or who, like, what is the backstory? How did we get here? You know, that kind of thing. So I'm quite excited to see how the story kind of progresses from here. And the best thing about this is now, I don't know if this is like a recent thing, or if this has always been a thing, but sometimes now when you read Kindle books, I think it's just Kindle Unlimited, but I may be wrong. If they have like this little headphones icon, it means that you can also listen to it on Audible if you have an Audible account. Now I've got Audible because they did the 99p for 3 months deal. So this book was also on Audible. So I'm able to immersive read, which I think is exactly what I need right now to keep me locked in with the book and like try not to get distracted, because I do find that sometimes when I'm trying to read, my brain is somewhere else. And especially right now where I'm going through some stuff, it's, you know, it's hard to stay concentrated. It's hard to stay concentrated. Concentrated. Is that the right word? I don't actually know. So this is the perfect solution. Audiobook on, Kindle book in hand, immersive reading. So that's the plan. Alex is going to be home in like 2 hours, so I've got a good 2 hours now to just get through this book, see how much of it I can read, and see where the story goes. So I'm going to hit play and listen to chapter 4.
Chapter 4. Nina.
Okay, another few chapters in, and this book is really intriguing. We're starting to go back in time now to see what happened in the past, and I absolutely love it when books do that. But I thought I would just end the vlog here because it's basically the evening and I'm not going to be doing anything else other than sitting here to read. I just wanted to thank you for spending the day with me. Talking to you has really made me feel better, and just hanging out with you today has made me feel less alone. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.